Hey guys, welcome on a Monday morning. It is Ian and Mauricio's holiday, so I'm up here solo, whatever that's worth. Hey guys, just dump in the chat if you hear me loud and clear and everything else, we're good. Hey Salvador, hey Leon, hey Miles, good to see you, mate. Michael, all right, fuck yeah. All right, everyone, let's get it started. So I want to start with what we thought was going to happen a couple of weeks ago, because I like to leave the lines drawn on my chart. So here we thought we would pull back to about here-ish and then blast. We sort of did that in kind of a messy way, like we went up first, achieved basically the same thing. So we had enough of a shakeout here to shake out some fuckos. And now we're off ripping and running again. So the way that I'd like you to view this whole period of price action here is in the frame of the easy time, hard time. So hard time, easy time. We just had it too easy all the way up here. Now it got a bit choppy and hard. We're looking for it to become easy again. That's what the highest probability is. If we look at our altcoin market on a daily chart, you can see that we have this incredible run of alts from $480 billion in capital. They've doubled in value. If we look at our FinRev customers, the average of everyone over the last 30 days, between 50 and 80% as one particular exchange, which I fucked up and we took too much risk, but these guys have had a pretty fucking great month. They've gone from, if you're on Bybit, you went anywhere between 89 to 133% for the month, which is pretty amazing. So that is downstream of how can you do 133% in a month? Well, you hold really strong altcoins at a time when altcoins do this. So if you're holding FinRev, I think we're on a roll here. It's going to be bumpy. Like I can expect some pullback soon, but you can see that ADA was going nothing, nowhere, and we got long right here with the little green carrot, just riding it all the way out. There's no reason to get out of that yet. We've added to the position as it went further in our favor. If it pulls back, we'll reduce a bit. What else have we got? XRP, fucking boomer coin. Same basic thing, right? All these boomer coins did nothing. And then you catch a good trend and they go nuts. So we added here, and we're off and rip and running. Okay, what do I want to talk about? I think we should look at the squeal charts next, and then have a bit of a look at the meme sector. Then I'll take some questions. Oh, big news is Pepe. I might have actually taken Pepe out because it was such a crazy chart. Okay, so if we look since the election, which was November 6th, it's pretty much been up only. The biggest winners is CVX scam, XRP, probably ADA as well. Let's add that one too. I can, baby. What keys?
The khakis.
Are the khakis in the box outside, Bella? Okay, have fun at school, baby. Send me my dog. Sorry, kids going to school. So from the election, our dark blue line is Bitcoin. No, it's not. Our dark blue line is Bitcoin. So we've got almost everything except for PopCap, which is weird, and BNB beating Bitcoin. So what this means is that altcoins from CVX is a shitty scam altcoin, XRP is a stupid boomer coin, ADA is a dead chain, Pepe is a meme coin, Polkadot is apparently one of the fucking Ethereum killers from last cycle, Doge, we all know, AMB scam coin, Link promising tech, AVAX VC layer one coin, TRX money laundering coin, NIA, well, it does whatever it does, TR VC scam coin, Aave DeFi coin. We've got a mix of everything. Like everything's pumping. You almost couldn't not pick a winner here. So the ones that I want to focus on are not the ones that have done the best so far. It's the ones that I think are going to do the best. What I really like is ENA is back above where I bought it for, because I bought it here and I've ridden it up and down, and then now we're back to square again. I think this one's going to rock. And the reason I think that is because, let me find it. No, I'm going to say the reason I think so is because they've doubled total value locked. Look at the DeFi Llama protocol stats, which is always a really good way to do this. They got 5.5 billion total locked, but they've doubled it in a month, a bit over a month. This is very, very, very impressive growth for a stablecoin platform. And if I look at the token liquidity, it's going up. The volume, you can see clearly the average volume is going up. The fees and the revenue from this platform going up a lot. I think this is a very, very good product. The next one I want to look at is Pendle. And the reason we went long somewhere down here with a stop loss here, and that's worked out pretty good. So you can see we're encroaching upon all-time highs territory here. Once we get above here, we're looking to rock and roll, and very quickly. Now, overall, I'm seeing some signs that we are a little bit pushed out too far. And let me show you what I mean by that. If I look at Bitcoin, you can see that we have, this is cumulative volume delta, which is the amount of dollars traded at aggressive buy orders less divided by amount of volume traded at aggressive sell orders. So when this is a very fast and very accurate model. When money is going up into a coin, the CVD goes up, and you can see just in the last couple of hours we've had money coming out of the coin. Overall, what we see is, the trend is clearly up for our basis trades. You can get 15 odd % from Bitcoin right now. At 20%, that becomes reflexive. So at 20% on Bitcoin, it becomes very difficult to say no to for TradFi, which means the money comes in from TradFi. Now, Ethereum, let's look at it for a couple of weeks. you can see that we're just a little bit overextended and the money is starting to flow out of Ethereum. And the basis is 15% and 20%. That starts to become reflexive as well. Let's look at the market as a whole. So big winner for the last week, TRX. Fuck. Huge open interest change. Link, Sol, it's across the board, guys. It's really across the board. We're seeing patches of 200% APR, patches of it. Sector performance. What have we got? Let's look at the sector performance in the last month. Gaming. This is something I didn't see coming. Layer 2s, DeFi, layer 1s. Okay, so this is across the board. Layer 2s. Everything's up. Gaming, the top sector. Let's have a look. Sand is a dead project. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that. We sold it here back in the day. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't buy that either, even though it looks like it's probably going to go again. Okay, questions, guys. Okay, Tom T, FinRev, what's the best exchange for FinRev Australian customers? By far, by far. Rickard Renshaw, would you pull money out of ETH and go into the smaller altcoins now? I would go halfway. I would not go into really small ones. I would go medium. Maurizio has a different opinion. He's all in on these very small ones. AR and SEI have been crushing it. Those are very good. Those are very good coins, James. I hold some AR. Let's have a look. Probably a little behind everything. You know, let's have a look at AR. Sell ETH for ENA. Let's look at AR first and then let me think about that. AR's in the middle of the pack. So it's not terrible, it's not worse, it's not bad enough to sell, it's not good enough to be excited about. SEI, same thing in the middle of the pack. Gala, top of the pack. Don't sell that. Beam, better than halfway, don't sell that. Miles, Zeta, I don't know. What do I think about Uni? I think all of the old school DeFi protocols, Uni and Aave and things like that, they have a problem. And the problem is that as they become more and more legitimate businesses, they're going to be valued more like businesses with revenues and price to earnings ratios. And like Uniswap is a profitable business, so they can say when the business makes more profitable, it's worth more, and vice versa. That is a problem for crypto because things value higher on hopes and dreams and bullshit and lies and crime and fraud than they do on actual facts and logic. So even though Uniswap and Aave are better businesses than they were, and very good businesses by the standards of crypto, I think they'll struggle to capture the imagination of the investing public and ignite like some 100x bullshit, is what I really think. Uniswap in the middle of the pack, not bad enough to sell, just being the rising tide is lifting every boat. If we look at ENA, more towards the top of that. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth coin. Right now, it's looking pretty good. When we compare it to ETH is back, but I can't wholeheartedly say get rid of ETH because ETH could really catch fire here. Like, honestly, it's like ETH gets above here and it could really catch fire. Let's look at ETH BTC, which is the big trade. To be honest, Martin, if you're thinking about selling ETH for ENA, I would sell half of it max. Any updates on Sui and Hype? Sui is in excellent spot. I mean, that's just an absolutely magnificent chart. All-time highs. Every person who owns it, who holds it, owns a profit. There's definitely going to be buyers waiting. We're probably starting to pull back to about here, but there's definitely buyers waiting. Though this is definitely one to hold. I'm definitely holding this. Hype. Whenever I talk about Hyperliquid, I'm a bit excited about it. So you probably should. You probably shouldn't ask what I think. You should look at what I do. And what am I doing? I've got $548,000 worth of Hype. So do I think Hype is good? I've got a $500,000 bet saying yes, I believe that to be true. And I bought more. I bought more here at 13.07. Miles, do we expect BRC20s like STX to catch a bit? STX is Bitcoin on steroids. If you think Bitcoin is going up, then you should think Stacks will go up more. If you think Bitcoin is going down, you should think Stacks is going down more. Now, where are we looking at right now? I think that Bitcoin at 100,000, the gains are muted. I think the evidence is that the gains are finally, for the first time this cycle, flowing into altcoins. I think it's probably a wrong time to hold STX. Should we rotate some PopCat to Pepe or Doge? Probably, but I hold all three. So I'm going to continue to hold all three. Good question. Nathan Blessington, excellent question. Should we buy Hype at the current price or wait for a pullback? Here's what I've been doing. I've been loading a 1 hour chart and I've been loading a VWAP indicator. So this is volume weighted average price. My rationale here is that I know Binance and Bybit and Gate.io and KuCoin are all trying to accumulate enough coins to list this coin. Now, Jeff, the founder, fucked him by not giving them the coins for free like everyone does, forcing them to buy it in the open market. So what I've been doing is when I see it trading below volume weighted average price, I generally think anytime that you're buying below volume weighted average price, you're going to see a strong bid below any time that it's below volume weighted average price. And so I bought here just because it was below volume weighted average price. I buy more and buy more and buy more and buy more. Kevin, move positions from sex to dex. Probably not much. Probably not much advantage in doing that, unless you're talking about a security thing, and then you take a different type of security risk. I wouldn't. In algo, let's take a look. Well, that looks fucking excellent, doesn't it? Like, Todd, do I see anything in algo? I see fucking excellent gains and massive profits for you, my friend. That's what I fucking see. Looks great. Yeah, so as a big picture, what do I think's happening? I think very clearly we got two things happening. The first thing is that normies are back in the market. Like regular people who don't trade crypto are back talking about crypto again. And I know this because my personal trainer's asking me for tips. My fucking normie mates who I haven't spoken to in years are hitting me up, like all that shit. And what do I think they're doing? I think they're buying the same shit they had in their wallets last time. I think they're buying their ADA, they're buying their XRP, they're buying all the shit that they liked last time, and it's pumping on that basis. Like algo. Mana and AXS are gaming coins and shit gaming coins too. Terrible gaming coins. Like the games suck. And gaming's a terrible industry. Why? Because like you've got to keep coming out with a new game. People get bored of the old games. Like, and the games suck. So yeah, I think they're a scam, but they'll probably pump pretty hard. What else are we going? A bit late to go in on Sui. I think you have to be in at this stage. I think you have to be in on stuff. I'd like to buy in on a pullback, but like I'd like to buy on a pullback. And this is another important point. This is altcoins. What's our fucking pullback? Like we're getting like 1 day, intraday, 2 day. Like these pullbacks aren't shit, dude. Like, so what this has mean is that everyone is like, oh fuck, I'll swap out to altcoins soon, as soon as I get a next pullback, because it's safer to buy on a pullback, right? As soon as that happens, as soon as we get a meaningful pullback, which we're pretty close, like it could look like that, but that's going to look like a giant big target for everyone. They're going to go, fuck yeah. And that may not even be that deep. It may be this deep. And it may go up first and then go down. It's like, I wouldn't want to be betting much on that. Any hope for Ultra UOS? I don't even know what that is. Let's have a look. Ultra, let's have a look. Well, it had a nice pump there. I don't know. I don't know anything about the coin. I mean, it looks like it's going up like everything else, right? Would you still buy Hype now? I think Hype is going over the next year to be a $50 billion coin. And I think it's a straight shot to 20 billion. And its market cap is 4.7 now. I think we'll see 20 billion out of this inside 3 months, is what I think. And Hyperliquid, you can see that the buying pressure is so strong that any sort of pullback gets gobbled up. What's that telling you? Like, you shouldn't listen to people's opinions. You should watch what they do, and watch what people are doing. Is as soon as they get a pullback, people are waiting for a pullback and jumping on it. So that behavior that we've seen it 5 times in a row, or 6 times in a row now, you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to come up with a brand new playbook. You just keep using the same playbook as long as it keeps working. Is it okay to leave some FinRev cash balance as BTC? No, messes with FinRev, dude. Like, then you're taking exposures you don't want. If you want to do half FinRev, half BTC is fine, or half FinRev, a quarter BTC, quarter ETH is also fine. But it's better to keep them separate. What are your thoughts on 1inch Dinosaur Protocol, old school DeFi, rock solid in terms of what it works? Great chart, rock solid uptrend. I think when I compare it, is it going to be one of the breakout leaders of this cycle? Probably not. But look at where it is. It's like somewhere near the top. It's the 3rd or 4th best performing coin. Can't complain about that. You've got a winner, you've got a runner. If you're holding 1inch, fucking hold it. Why are normies buying the Dino coins, Perry? Normies are buying the Dino coins because that's what they bought last time. It's as simple as that. They think the normie mentality is, I've done my research. I did my research last time. I bought an ADA, I bought an XRP, and those are the best fucking coins, man. Fuck you. Yeah, Richard got a text from old mates saying, give me a ring, not heard from them in years. I wouldn't put too much thought in market caps and psychological numbers, Perry. I mean, that's probably me talking my own bags. I kind of feel that way too. Look, I think everything changed last week. It became very clear that Bitcoin is going to flip gold in market cap at some point. And what I mean by that is that Gold is at 17 trillion. And Bitcoin is at nearly 2 trillion. I think at some point, Bitcoin is going to flip gold and become, because Bitcoin, it feels like after last week that Bitcoin is legit. It can never be called like all the people called it a scam for a decade. Like, it's not a scam. Okay, guys, if it was going to be a scam, it would have died sometime in the last 15 years. It's not a fucking scam anymore. Okay. Like, I know it looks sketchy, but so I think, we're on a straight shot to Bitcoin at 1 million with a huge amount of variance in 10 years. And if you think about what that would look like, that would look like just 50% a year with 80% drawdowns, exactly what we've had. Harry, favorite low cap pick. I don't play the low caps much. So Maurizio is far better than so I would go into the 100x coin club and I would look at Maurizio's picks. What will that put the price at? Michael, that'll put the price somewhere close to 1 million or just over 1 million. I think $1 million of Bitcoin, I think in 10 years time, it will be a flex. It will be a real flex to say, I'm a whole coiner. I have a whole Bitcoin. I think you'll get laid by saying, oh, I have a whole Bitcoin in 10 years time. Put it that way. I would swap ETH for HYPE. Retardio is showing signs of life. So the heat went out of the meme coin market because altcoins are back, right? So for a while, memes were the only way to make money. Now everything's popping. And so memes are still going up. If we look at Retardio's had a really, really good boost. Like, really good boost. And so where are we at? We're looking good. I think we're still good. I think we're still good for $1 this cycle to $2 this cycle. Yeah, I'm happy to sit on this. Can we do another 5 mil to $1 million next year? I get a better idea, dude. We're gonna do 10 mil, $10 fucking million. I fucking kid you not, and I'm not fucking around. Yeah, we're gonna do 10 million. We're gonna do it in the public wallets. What do we got here now? It's a buddy's account. What do we got? So what do we got? 312,000 there. What are we holding? We're holding lock-in, Bartcoin, a little bit of Solana, divinely protected, I should look at. Stupid fucking thing. I should never bought this. Yeah, this thing is dead. That's fucked. What else have we got? Fartcoin looking great. Sigma looking okay. Nothing else. So you can see that as memes have become, as altcoins, wow. Okay, I really like to see that because we have this pattern that we saw yesterday that's actually worked. And so this is telling us that the market wants to rip and run. I think Fartcoin's really good here. I think we'll see this at $1 before too long. Sigma, I'm a little bit funny on. Definitely hold Retardio. I think Sigma's going to come good, but it's just kind of fell out of favor. I wouldn't sell it here. I'm a buyer here. I wouldn't sell it here. So yeah, I hold. There's a lot of hype, especially around AOS, but that stuff is not my expertise. So I don't want to pretend that I'm an expert in shit that I don't. Kurt, I don't know, Cybro. Forecast for any memes to new memes to go mainstream. Okay, now this is really important. I think the memes that are going to be big memes have already been released. I just don't think there's enough attention in the next Peanut fucking, the next Harambe, the next this, the next that. I think the memes that are going to go have already been released. And I think the obvious one is Pepe, honestly, like Pepe is a MAGA meme. Donald Trump's in the White House. its market cap is still way lower than Flocky and fucking Shiba. And I think it's a real chance to flip Flocky. Ugh. It's even a stupid name. It's hard to fucking say. I think Pepe is a really good normie meme that people will buy on Robinhood, and people and kids will joke about owning it to their friends, and they'll send each other Pepe memes. Okay, Kevin. Hold and wait on Retardio, Sigma, Pepe, Popcat, Radium, and Flog. All of those are excellent. Popcat is the only one that I don't like the price action now, but it's probably the best meme. In terms of fundamentals, it's probably the best and most undervalued meme. Flog has a very good community. We're probably, I'll give you an update on Hyperliquid. I set the boys on it last week, so I'm meeting with them sometime today. I'll make an update in the group on how much they got done in a week. Usually it's about 2 or 3 weeks and then a week of testing. So probably by this time next month, we'll be probably by the new year. Okay, so Hype is at $4 billion. I think it's a straight shot to $20 billion. I think if we look at if we look at the top 100, by the time we get down to top 10 coins, Cardano, like what the fuck is Cardano doing at $41 billion? Fuck that. Tron at 27, Avalanche. I tried to use fucking Avalanche the other day. Holy fuck. I removed all my money. Look at this cunt of a thing. Where are we? Two new tokens found. Fuck. Yeah, portfolio movements. I bridged I tried to get some money off AVAX to give to a mate of mine the other day, and it took me an hour and a half, and I was so angry when it was all done, and it was like, I will never ever use this. I will never ever use AVAX chain ever again. I think it's just the stupidest chain, and I had to buy $50 worth of it for gas fees. It's just shit like this. So I think, yeah, I think this one's going to be flipped. Where is, um, I think Shiba at $3 billion is going to be flipped by Pepe. I think Toncoin, Stellar Lumens, $15 million, Hedera Hash Bar at 12 million, Sui. I think all of these, and Bitcoin Cash especially. Pepe at 11 billion. Yeah. Matic. What the fuck is Matic? Yeah, I think Hyperliquid's going to flip all of these. So I think Hyperliquid is good for $100 in this year, in this cycle. Crash out. That's something I haven't looked at in a little while. So the main guy, the reason I've been avoiding talking about Crash out is the main guy behind it, my buddy Mitch. He got banned off Twitter. Pretty decent job. Like considering it's only at $8.3 million. You can't really read much into that. I'd have to do some research into it. Yeah, I'd have to do some research into that. But Can one create spaghetti charts on Delo.xyz? Don't know. Okay, Joe, why the talk on XRP up 20K online? The bank adoption on what it does, I believe, will grow parabolic. Well, you don't get any share of that. Like XRP holders don't get a share of the company's profits, and there's not a limited supply. So the company is going to make excellent if they get bank adoption. Company's going to make a fortune on it, but they haven't promised at all, and never have in the past shared any of that money with XRP holders. So I'm afraid, in my opinion, XRP is going up, but I'm afraid XRP holders are being scammed. Like not being scammed as in you haven't made money or it's a scam coin. It's a real coin, but there's not a finite supply like there is with Bitcoin. The company can just create more of it, and it doesn't give you the rights or the obligations to have anything or do anything. So you don't get a share of their winnings. If central banks adopt it worldwide, you just get a thanks for playing card. So to me, I don't think that's much worth doing. So Mitch, we're saving for a rainy day. So Mitch, I have a bunch of influencer friends, and between us, we've let this coin die, but between us, we own like 20% of it. So I can push this around wherever the fuck we want. We can push it 10x, we can push it 20x if we want. Like I can make this coin do tricks and circles and stand on one leg. So we're saving this for a time when meme coins are hot again. When meme coins are hot again, you know, we're going to 10x this. So if you want to throw $100 in it now, like just 100, like don't go throwing it. $1,000 in will do this to it, right? Don't do that. Like throw $100 in and we'll 10x for you at some point. And you know, that's not very nice to do, right? Like it's just straight up. When you have a smashed dead coin like Divinely Protected, if it's down, Perry, if it's down so bad, I just put an alert on it and let it sit on a back burner. Like unless there's like down 50% is different than down 90%. If it's down 90%, hold it, maybe it comes back. Jim, this is the wrong thinking. Jim says, I can't help but feel I missed a huge window of opportunity by holding onto Bitcoin versus diversifying my portfolio. Well, you didn't. That's not true because Bitcoin's been the strongest performing coin. If we go back all year, let me show you something, Jim. So this is, he held all 2024. And let's hide Popcat for a minute because it's been the top performing coin by far, right? How has Bitcoin been compared to most things? This is Bitcoin here. Only a handful of coins have beaten it. Yeah, so I think you've done. I think you've done very well, Jim. What I would do to catch up, I would get some Pepe, get some Doge, and get some Hyperliquid. And Hype would be the biggest one. Which fart coin is the one to buy? And almost always go to dexscreener.com, type in the coin, and nearly always it's the top one or the one with the highest market cap. So it's the top one here. And the way that you find this in your swap thing is to go down to the right-hand side, and where it says fart coin right here, click on this. That will copy and paste the thing. So if I want to buy some, like let's say I want to buy some fart coin, I'm gonna swap Solana, I'm gonna receive, and then I paste this contract address in there. That stops me from getting fucked. And how much am I gonna buy? Fuck it. Let's buy 15 SOL worth of this bitch. Fuck it. Let's bet on this shit. Let's change that to 1%. It probably won't get done. And then I'll review order. So I'm swapping 15 SOL for 12,000 fart coin. Woohoo. And so now when I look at my wallet, I've got more fart coin. Richard, we are always hiring software engineers. If you want to email Timon at Trade, I just posted in the chat. He's our CTO. He is a very, very world-class dev. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me. Popcat's been disappointing right now, but this year it's been the strongest coin by far. Okay, Trump is dead, and we got out of that well before the election. Okay, moving through these. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, Popcat's been disappointing this run, but overall, it's just been like an animal of a coin. Like really better than anything so far. Yeah, I'm still holding it. Perry, I find fucking wallet stashes all the time, dude. It's so disappointing. Cosmo Station sucks. Scott, your 5 set and forget portfolio coin still in play. Very much so. Popcat is the only one that's been disappointing, but the rest of them, Ina, Pendle, Sui, like and Doge, they're like and Pepe, they're all really fucking good. Hyperliquid and Hype is the same token. Yes, it is. Why is XLM doing poorly amidst the other dinos? Because it's not really a real coin. Okay, so let's look at. It's a fork of some dino coin. And the whole thing was we're going to have a spaceship on it. We're going to have satellites. And the satellites are these dodgy, like home built things that you can spin up for like 100 grand. And it was just a marketing gimmick, really. Like it's just not a very good idea, but it's done very well. Like this idea that it hasn't done well, I don't know. Looks like it's done pretty fucking well to me, especially recently. Like it's done great since the election. I think that's the point where everything changed. Fuck, it's up enormously. Miles, really good question. Do we rotate dino coins like AVAX, Matic, etc. into Hype? Yes. Especially now your dino coins have pumped. XLM, XRP, ADA, these are all pumped, guys. Like fucking take the profit, run, get into a better thing. XRP and ETF, that would be a very big deal for XRP. If XRP gets an ETF, and I think everything gets an ETF by the end of it. How do we get an idea when the bear market is starting? Okay, there's a couple of things. A bear market starts when the last buyer has bought. So it doesn't start until all your normie mates buy. And then your normie mates start thinking about quitting their jobs. So between 3 months and 2 years, depending on how fast we go. If we go super, super fast, if I make $5 million in the next 3 months, I'll be taking a lot off the table. And so should you. If we go slow, this could be 2 years. What do I think of Casper? I'm not the right guy to ask. You're probably better off asking Ian and Maurizio. So all your trades are on Dex and Hyperliquid? No, I use, what else I use? Fucking KuCoin here. What else do I use? I use Bitstamp, I use Binance, I use Bybit as well. Yeah, I use them all. I'm an equal opportunity guy. I probably got about I'm not going to work out what it is total. It's like probably about 1.7 total in crypto right now. Scott, should I consolidate my 5 exchanges to Hyperliquid? No, it's always good to have multiple exchanges, man. That's a good question, Gary. Hiring customer service or onboarding people, probably, but I stay the fuck away from that. Like, I need to get involved in that process. Like, I need a third wall. Caroline in our Caroline at finrev.trade, Caroline.labor at finrev.trade. I'm going forward with Popcat. I'm going to hold Popcat, Greg. Supra, I never heard of it, dude. Let's have a look. Good name. Fucking cool car back in the day. Whoa, look at you, Pikachu. Yeah, that's a hell of a run, man. This is a little concerning, this wide range of opinions. Like in one day, the range of opinions for what this coin's worth were between 36 cents and 80 cents. That's a lot. You've got a big winner there. I would take half off the table. Are you carrying any stop losses? Right now, I think my only trade with a stop loss on is Doge. Yeah, Kim, I just sit on those until the cycle top. Mog, boy, amazing, right? Like legit amazing. That's a hell of a thing. Retardio's going okay. I don't think those were the 5. I think the 5 were Ina, Pendle, looking good. Sui, looking great. And can't remember the rest. Any hyper memes to talk about? Yes. There's H Fun, there's Per. Let me go through them all. There's Jeff. There's Cat Bell, and there's Athan. I don't even know what the fuck that is. And there's Pip. Let's take a look at some of these actually. You want to buy these on a breakout. That one's okay. Cat Bell. Cat Bell's a better chart. That's a nice looking chart. H Fun. That looks great. That's the pick of it. Jeff. I get wary when I see a big candle like that. Omnix, I would steer clear of. Let's look at Pip. Probably decent if you get a pullback. What do we market cap? 37 million. It's a lot for these. And Per was the original one. Yeah, I got no real opinions on these. Perry, I think I think the proper place to put the spaghetti is where the alt season really kicked off. And where did it kick off? Like it's fairly obvious that this looks very different than this, right? So I would run the spaghetti charts from the start of this because it's clear that this looks very different than that. Maurizio be covering how to buy Hyperliquid. Yeah, there's a video on it in the 100x Coin Club. It's a bit of a ball ache. You have to bridge to Arbitrum with USDC. It's a bit of a kind of a thing, but once you're there. It's good. Do you expect a double top cycle last time? Okay, this is a very important point, Harry. So nobody, and I mean nobody, me especially, is going to be able to pick cycle tops. So this is our market cap. So you're already starting to see people talking about, double top. And I think a pullback is reasonable at at, 2021 highs. How do I buy hype in the US? You buy either using a VPN and buy it on Hyperliquid directly, which is what I recommend, or there's a number of exchanges that you can get to with a VPN, like I'll give you a list. So this is the way you figure out where you can buy a coin, by the way. You coin with CoinGecko, and you go to markets, and this will give you a list of the markets. And you can go spot markets, CoinW, KuCoin, or Hyper. You can buy it on KuCoin. Holy shit. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And you can buy it on futures at all of these bitches. OX.fun if you're an American, so I'll let you do it. Super is a really cool name. What about Justice for Peanut and Fred? I don't know. I mean, like deep down in our heart of hearts, we know that no one was buying that coin because they're really passionate about the community. Like all those sort of things, people are passionate about making money really fast. And as soon as they keep making money, everyone's happy with it. But as soon as the music stops, everyone runs to find a chair. Anyone know how I can get some KuCoin shares on the KCC mainnet without using KuCoin? I have some USDT stuck on the. You need some KuCoin shares, like you just need 10 bucks worth of KCS to an address. Just shoot me an email. I'll get you 10 bucks worth of shit so you can get your stupid coin, so you can get your coins off. Todd, heard in another Discord that meme coin sector could pump again. I think so. I really think so. I think it's just pulled back because it was so hot before and people have just put their eyes on, this has sucked the oxygen out of the room. The same way that we saw with Bitcoin earlier this year. It's just Bitcoin has sucked the oxygen out of the room at various times. Now Alta's sucking the oxygen. It doesn't mean that memes are dead. It just means that there's other attractive opportunities. It's not the only one. Do you think Elon will tweet about Doge ever again, Perry? I think we're going to hear so much fucking tweeting from that fat fucking incel noodlehead that we're going to get sick of his fucking face. And we're going to get sick of his smug bullshit. And we're going to get sick of him just pumping it because he thinks it's funny to pump it. So yeah, I think he'll fucking tweet about Doge. I think he'll tweet about Doge a lot. Tau. Yeah, Tau has been a fucking balls out great coin. Look at yeah, this is when we did the 5-coin set and forget portfolio. It was about 250 bucks or something. And it's at, where are we? Like 700 bucks now. Can't argue with that. Fucking great. Yahtzee, all-time highs. Tau, wonderful. Stop loss is best for Doge. Okay, so this is an interesting question. You see a thing like that, where is your stop loss? It's quite difficult to work out where to place a stop loss because this is the kind of thing that could have a very sharp flash crash. I would want to split my stop loss up into three chunks. I would put a third here, and a third here. When it makes a new spike low, a spike low is defined as a low with a higher low to the left of it and a higher low to the right of it. I would kill the bottom one and move it up to the new one. This is how I would personally do it. Bevan, can you make a mill on spot, mate? Yes, I think I can. I can. Fuck, I did it last week. Perry, if you think about what a Bona chart is everyone who didn't have the guts to buy it here, here, and here, and here, buying it. If they buy it on a single day, that tells me that's FOMO. And you can know yourself when you've experienced FOMO, how often FOMO works out for you. Sometimes it does, but usually it's not that clear. So when, for example, when I see, this is my favorite one because I leave it on the charts back to 2020. This is my exit on sand back in 2021. You can see that's an exit that's going to last for 1,000 years. So when you get an extended move and then you get a boner candle, not a boner candle at the start is very bullish. Boner candle at the end, jump out on close. Why? Because it's FOMO and FOMO doesn't work, especially FOMO in a hot market. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to see candles like this across the board, or like the same thing on Shiba Inu, where we also saw an incredible move, bought here, sold here. This was this was the most profitable trade I'd ever done at the time. It's like a 350 grand win for me. And we sold at the close of this candle. You can see a boner candle at the end of an extended move is quite often something that you look back and giggle about. 5 years down the track, I'm still giggling about that exit. Like, imagine if I held through all this bullshit and held through all this bullshit. Like, fuck it. Drop the mic, walk off. Pod says there's no bridging necessary if you add Arbitrum network directly to your MetaMask wallet. Excellent question. KuCoin is new. Why not just buy it on Hypo? What do I think of a Palau residency idea? I think that is an excellent idea, and I know several people using them. Hype is on Bybit in futures. Can you send Hype to a cold wallet? I am not sure, but I've just bought this bitch, which is a Ledger Stacks. Just came in the mail yesterday, and it's a wireless hardware wallet that works with MetaMask and Solana, Phantom, and other wallets. And this looks really cool. I paid like $500 for this or something, but it looks really, really dope. I'm looking forward to installing it today. BNB has been underperforming. I would steer clear of BNB. 4 hours of the most frustrating shit of my life getting that done. I did it ages ago, so I've forgotten how much of a ball ache it is. Can Hype be traded on any USA exchange? Don't think so right now, but you can. But USA customers can get it by using a VPN. Would you swap XRP for Doge or something else? Yes is the short answer. I would spread it around. You know, if you're thinking about swapping it for one thing, probably smarter to swap it for two things. Do you know, can you say that Doge is going to outperform Pepe? I don't think you can. I'd probably do half Doge, half Pepe if you want to mean. If buying on spot market, are we able to buy without leverage? Yeah, I wouldn't use leverage for Hyperliquid. It's just not necessary. Like, the coin's going up so far and so fast. Like, you don't need to be a dick here. Like, you know, I could go and trade leverage on Hyperliquid now, but like, why? I've got a $500,000 position. It's the stunning growth coin of the cycle. All I have to do is hold on and not get liquidated. And the only way that I'm going to get liquidated is by fucking up and using leverage. So, like, should I use leverage, guys? Like, you guys tell me. Like, if you want me to lever it up and double my bet and make $1 million next week, I can do that. But, like, honestly, like, deep in your hearts, you know that's you need for the KCS needed to move 600 USDT and $1,000. Oh, that's nothing. Yeah, I'll get you some KuCoin shares. Actually, let me do that now. Trading account. Really like FTM here, by the way, too. Okay, so let's buy $1 worth of KuCoin shares. That's going to be heaps. And let's do it at market. Shit, I'm I'll figure that. I'll figure this out in a minute. Can you send me your send me an email, Scott at scottphillipstrading.com and with your KuCoin address, and I'll send it to you. The name of this cold wallet is Ledger Stacks, STAX. Scott, are you using the Hyperliquid vaults? No, I'm not, but I have. And let me show you these vaults because they're excellent. And I've used them before. I've made, you can see, let's look at my wallet. So what this is a way to participate in the market maker. And it's very steady. It's about 30% a year, but it's very, very steady. The maximum drawdown has been 5%. And so they're just overly generous with the market maker. This is since they added liquidations to it. But since here, it's gone, it's just a money printing machine, like very much higher risk adjusted returns than, it's only 30% a year, but it's much higher risk adjusted returns than FINREV. This is a much better system than FINREV. Why? Because which spot exchange can we buy coins without taking on leverage? All of them. Coinbase, KuCoin, Binance, Bybit, all of them. Gemini, fucking it, KuCoin, all of them. So what they've done is they've given liquidations to the community members. You can see here, this is the same point where their equity curve started to go ballistic, right? So what they've done is they've given $10 billion worth of liquidations just to the community. So they've just pissed away free money to everyone who's using the Hyperliquid vaults. And you can see the inflows into this exchange are just extraordinary. Like, if this is a growing business, look at what happened since they released the coin. The business just started to grow like a motherfucker. And cumulative new users, you can see they're at 240,000 new users, like 220,000 new users. Binance had 130 million. Wow, it's a lot. Scott, is Osaka Protocol. Don't even know what that is. Are there any 100x coins yet? Yeah. Retardio's 100x from here. Hype is 100x from here in a full cycle, 20x minimum. I think there's lots of 100x coins here. Saga, never heard of it. Let's take a quick look. Like every other fucking small altcoin. You know, I'm a bit wary of esoteric small altcoins at the moment because I think that normies come in. You think that the normies are going to ape your Sagas, your weird fucking things, but the normies aren't. They're going to buy the fucking the Doge. They're going to buy ADA. They're going to buy the dumb shit they already know. I mean, everything on the 100x sheet is still good. Like Maurizio does a much better job than me at trading that. Like Maurizio's returns are far better than mine. I want to make that fucking absolutely clear. Like his returns, like he has to trade because he hasn't got as much money as me. He has to trade more, but his returns on a percentage basis and a risk adjusted basis, he's kicking my ass. Like, let's be really clear about that. Like, he's fucked me up. Yeah, he's like really, really locked in and kicked my ass. Steve, this is an opportunity. It's not a problem. You know, what does Trump promise to do? He's promised that no one's getting prosecuted in crypto. So it's going to be wide open for you guys very soon. Is the best thing to do to put it into the vault? You put USDC into the vault, not Hype. Staking for Hype isn't available yet. When it is available, I'll be doing it. Yeah, I wouldn't second guess Maurizio. Like, he's got some fucking chops about picking these dodgy little shit coins. Thoughts on Luna Classic? Oh, God. it's not enough that they scam the fuck out of us one time. They come back and scam us again. Like I don't know. Like I reckon all those guys should just fuck off and die. Is what I think about the whole fucking lot of them. They fucking ripped me off. Fuck them. That's basically what I feel about them. I haven't got that far with Hyperliquid yet. I will find more about that today. Yeah, guys. We're running a bit out of time, but I'm still holding a couple of million for the last scam too, Jago. Yeah, fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. Hey, dog. What are you doing, doggy? Sit. Good girl. Now. So. Right, guys. Yeah, unless there's anything else, this was cool. Enjoyed it. All right. Born to surf. See you, kids.